From the outside, Hormel Hall appears rustic and simple. And today, this spacious meeting room is rather quiet, much different than nearly 70 years ago, when a then 30-year-old Reverend Billy Graham preached here.
When he spoke, he had a authority to his speaking.
Gary Wingard runs Forest Home Christian Conference Center in Forest Falls. He says this is the podium from which Graham preached back in 1949.
This is 100% the actual one.
Behind Graham that day, the words to the song, "How Great Thou Art." Those words still on display today. But what many might not know is that at the very same time Graham was preaching, he was in one of the greatest struggles of his life.
His biggest wrestle was whether the Word of God was true.
After the sermon, he went on a walk.
And he came out here to a stump that we don't know where it is today, but laid his Bible on a stump and cried out to the Lord.
Exactly what happened in this quiet space is unclear, but what happened next isn't.
It completely changed who he was.
Graham would preach to more than 200 million people over the course of his life.
Jesus Christ as your Lord and Master and Savior.
But he would return to where it all began in 1967 for the dedication of what is now known simply as the Billy Graham Rock.
That afternoon, this lake was packed, a sea full of people around the lake.
Today, though, it became a place of quiet reflection.
When I was reading the plaque, I was crying.
He reached a lot of people to become Christians, to be saved. That's the most important thing.
This is not a day of mourning, but a day of celebration. And so I'm celebrating along with the thousands and millions of other people who were impacted through Billy Graham.